Good night and welcome to Benalmadena's first English news broadcast. Digital Costa del Sol brings you every Friday all the information about this week's news. A joint and transversal work between the public administration, associations and social groups is vital for the progress of a municipality, and in Benalmadena a new consultative body has been created to work towards this objective.
The Mayor of Benalmadena, Victor Navas, chaired this week the first ordinary plenary session of the Social Services Municipal Council, a new consultative body created to promote joint and transversal work with associations and social groups in the municipality. The session began at 10 a.m. in the plenary hall and was attended by representatives from political groups, trade unions, associations and other groups.
Hoy constituimos el Consejo Municipal Social, ¿no?
Today we held the ordinary plenary session for the constitution of the Social Council of Social Services, a consultative, informative and advisory body that was created with the aim of channeling the participation of citizens and their associations in the framework of the powers, functions, actions and proposals within the scope of municipal social services in Benalmadena. The Council will bring together at least twice a year all the social groups involved in the day-to-day life of the town to advise and collaborate with the Social Services Department, assessing the most pressing needs and problems in order to offer an efficient and appropriate response. Social Welfare Councilwoman Alicia Ladaga spoke about the importance of this day for her delegation, also highlighting the work carried out by the associations during the pandemic. Since the pandemic, social services has received great support from associations and foundations in the third sector, which reach where City Council could not, and this council will allow us to offer them greater institutional backing to continue to carry out their work. The Social Services Sector Council will promote coordination between social services and the different non-profit organizations, groups or associations with a scope of action in the municipality's social action. In this sense, the Town Council constitutes the main axis of action to which the efforts and commitments of the groups and collectives that make up this municipal council contribute. The legal advisor to the social welfare area, Enrique Bernal, explained that we are among the first municipalities in the province to form this council.
Aglutina a todas las asociaciones sociales del municipio.
Benalmadena becomes the third municipality in the province to set up a social council of these characteristics, together with Vélez Málaga and Marbella. The scope of action of the council will be municipal and will always refer to the social services sector. However, the council may deal with anything that affects its sector, even if it does not fall within the municipal scope, for information purpose only or to make proposals or suggestions to other public or private associations.
The Mayor of Benalmadena, Victor Navas, and other members of the municipal corporation visited the fairgrounds of La Paloma this week to support the Muslim community of the municipality, who were celebrating the end of Ramadan.
The Muslim community celebrated the end of Ramadan last week in the fairgrounds of La Paloma, the place chosen in Benalmadena to organize the collective prayer with which they bid farewell to the month of fasting. The Mayor of Benalmadena, Victor Navas, wanted to be present to support the Muslim community of the municipality, who had organized the celebration of the traditional Musalla, which puts an end to Ramadan. Once Morocco announced that it has visualized the crescent of the moon, the following morning the fast is broken with this celebration, where a multitude of Muslims congregate for a collective prayer. Navas emphasized the multicultural character of our municipality.
Hoy es un día de felicidad para la comunidad.
The Muslim community is one of the best integrated in Benalmadena, a city that is a melting pot of cultures in which loads of different nationalities live together in peace and harmony. Therefore, Benalmadena is an example of tolerance. Today is a day of happiness for this community, which is celebrating one of its most important festivals. Benalmadena is an example of coexistence, a city in which different religious confessions coexist in peace and harmony. We wanted to share with them this festival and take this opportunity to speak about the different topics important for this community. We were also able to see members of the government team, Javier Marín, María Isabel Ruiz, and Sergio Torralbo, as well as opposition concealments, Juan Antonio Lara, Lucía Lleves, and María Luisa Robles. The event brought together more than 200 people and after the prayers conclude with an invitation to tea and sweets for all those present, a breakfast that marks the end of the fasting of the most important month for the Muslim world.
After the first quarter of the year, the security area and the local police have taken stock of the penalties imposed for breaches of municipal ordinance, such as those related to animals, urbanism or openings.
Security concealman Javier Marín and the head of the local police, Francisco Zamora, held a press conference last week to take stock of the sanctions imposed for non-compliance with municipal ordinances during the first quarter of 2023. Marín began praising the work of the security forces, after which he gave general data on the number of actions and complaints.
Quiero, antes de nada, darle las gracias a toda la...
I would like to thank all the local police staff for making it a priority to ensure compliance with municipal ordinances, a fundamental aspect to guarantee a good coexistence. In these 3 months, the Delta unit has made a total of 440 reports, of which 30 have been reports at the request of other administrative units of the City Council or individuals. The number of complaints filed for non-compliance with municipal ordinances was 231, of which 56 were filed by other units. Marín broke down the different causes like those related to citizen coexistence and animals.
Se han realizado informes a requerimiento de otras...
In terms of citizen coexistence, 89 complaints have been made, including 35 made for botellones and 16 for furniture left on the public roads outside the established timetable. I would like to remind the public that botellón is prohibited and carries penalties, and that a tourist town like ours can't afford the bad image of furniture left in the street outside the collection timetable, which appears on the containers themselves. In the area of pets, there have also been quite a number of complaints, a total of 86 for reasons such as lack of documentation, having a dog loose on the public highway, or not having the correct documentation for potentially dangerous dogs. He also spoke about other sections such as urbanism, openings and occupation of public roads.
En aperturas se han puesto 43 sanciones.
In aperturas, 43 sanctions have been imposed, 17 for not having documentation and another 17 for not having a license. In town planning, 32 fines were imposed for lack of planning permission, which is essential for public safety. In occupation of public roads, there were 23 complaints for lack of the relevant authorization. For his part, Zamora expressed his concern about the abandonment of running outside the established places and times.
A este cúmulo de datos aportados por el concejal,
I want to express my concern about the proliferation of running waste, deposit after hours, and the corresponding collection point with the bad image that this entails. It's also important to highlight the increase in the quality of the service provided by the Environment Unit thanks to the incorporation of new agents.
Citizens of Benalmádena continue to put our municipality on the national map thanks to their achievements. Miguel Ángel Martín got the 5th best mark in Spain on the medical internal resident test.
The mayor of Benalmádena, Víctor Navas, held a reception last week at City Hall for Miguel Ángel Martín, a young 26-year-old from Benalmádena who has achieved first best score at the national test for internal medical resident, with an impressive 7.80 academic average score. Navas valued this achievement, highlighting the pride it represents for the municipality.
Hoy hemos recibido en la alcaldía, el Ayuntamiento de Benalmádena.
Miguel Ángel's achievement is a source of great pride for the citizens of Benalmádena and for the corporation. We are talking about a person from the municipality who excels out of our borders for his excellent academic merits. A very humble and hard-working person who puts all his passion into his studies and professional work. Miguel Ángel has shown that with commitment and perseverance you can achieve almost anything in life. The mayor also spoke about the social cohesion in our municipality.
Ahora tiene una plaza en el Hospital La Paz en Madrid.
Benalmádena is a very socially cohesive city in which there is a very important commitment to sport and education, which allows talent to be exported. Miguel Ángel is a clear example of this, thanks to the fact that he has been able to develop his exceptional aptitude in an environment with good schools and institutes and a university close by. For his part, Martín explained that this achievement is the perfect culmination for the effort made.
Creo que un buen culmen a mi esfuerzo durante tantos años.
It has been a good culmination of many years of effort. I am very happy that the work has borne fruit. The key has been perseverance and not to get stuck with a short-term study, to lay the foundations and have a clear goal for the future. Having a clear long-term objective is very important because we live obsessed with short-term goals and life is a very long road that you have to travel very slowly. I did the first MIR and it didn't go bad, but I got a place where I wasn't comfortable and I decided to do it again. Fortunately, I did better this time, which has allowed me to get the place I've always wanted. Now I start the stage of residency in cardiology at the La Paz University Hospital in Madrid. It will require a lot of work and dedication, but with enthusiasm and with colleagues from whom I am sure I will continue to learn a lot. Finally, he wanted to send a message to the youth of Benalmádena.
Yo hice el primer MIR, no me salió mal, pero bueno, conseguí una plaza.
They should be calm and try to have a clear vision, but don't be overwhelmed. At 18 or 20 years of age, it's very difficult to know what you want in life, so they should find a profession they are passionate about, avoiding the obsession with job opportunities or economic remuneration, because for enthusiastic people, there will always be an open door.
Plaza de la Mezquita hosted last Sunday the festival commemorating the festivity of St. George, patron saint of Finland, a day in which we had the opportunity to enjoy gastronomy and music in an English fashion.
Last Sunday, April 23rd, Benalmádena celebrated St. George's Day, and not only the Spanish commemorated this feast day. In our municipality, the British community gathered at Plaza de la Mezquita to celebrate the day of the Saint Patron of England. The event was characterized by the good atmosphere and gave all attendees a perfect opportunity to taste the best dishes with quality music as a background. The mayor of Benalmádena and Foreign Residents Councilman Victor Navas didn't miss the chance to support the event, highlighting the wide range of nationalities that live together in Benalmádena.
I would like to say Happy St. George to all English community here in Benalmádena. You know, we are living more than 140 communities, different nationalities, and Benalmádena is an example of peace and harmony for the rest of the world. Today is the most important day for the English community, no? And we would like to celebrate with them this party and to have beer, to have associates, and how all the communities, all the English says, long live the King.
A day of coexistence in which you could enjoy the food and music in an English fashion, and that adds to the rest of the festivities that the British residents in our municipality celebrate with St. Patrick's Day or St. David's Day.
Well, it's another cultural day today, and today we're celebrating St. George's Day here in Plaza Mezquita, thanks to the local town hall and the mayor, of course, Victor Navas. So thank you very much, everyone, for making this possible. And yeah, it's just another day, really, celebrating the culture of one of the expat communities, and this time everything English, so local food, local singers and songwriters, and all, obviously Queen, we've had Ed Sheeran, all the in vogue as well, Harry Styles, so we've got everything that's English going on today, and hopefully as many people come down and celebrate it all together. So we're very thankful for the local town hall for making this happen, but most important of all, everyone enjoy themselves, and happy St. George's Day, everyone.
It is believed that St. George was a high-ranking officer in the Roman army who died in 303 before Christ. Legend has it that St. George slew the dragon in Berkshire to save a maiden, thus freeing the town from the clutch of the beast, and that the grass does not grow where the dragon's blood ran.
I wanna be that guy, I wanna kiss your eyes, I wanna drink that smile, I wanna feel like I eat, and my soul's on fire, stay up for me and all night, yeah, you got me. give me the shivers. Baby, you wanna dance till the sunlight cracks. When they say the party's over, they bring it right back. And you say, do I love it when you do it like that? When you're closer, give me the shivers. Baby, you wanna dance.
And these are today's headlines. Benalmádena creates the Social Services Municipal Council. The Muslim community celebrated Ramadan. Marín offered data on the municipal ordinance sanctions. A citizen of Benalmádena is among the 5 best meal marks in Spain. The British community celebrates St. George. The weather forecast for the weekend will leave us with predominantly cloudy skies during the morning, becoming slightly cloudy from midday onwards. Morning mist on the coast, minimum temperatures unchanged around 17 degrees and maximum rising to 29. Light variable winds tending to the west and increasing, with strong intervals on the coast. And that's all. Thank you for watching us, and remember, you can stay updated on our website or social media profile on Facebook and Twitter. Have a good night and enjoy the weekend.